I don't know how you take that back seat out if it just pops.
We do. We know.
Nope.
Nada.
Bummer.
Man, it makes me wonder if they pulled it out. Oh. That's a piece of it.
This place is. Somebody could spend weeks here, man, and just trip out on different stuff that was collected and kept over the years.
Got a cool one bought. Coming home.
This thing's incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna text.
It's gonna be hard to let it sit here until we pick it up.
It'll be here before you know it, though.
Yeah, I know.
Fitting unit for it.
Yeah, V8. I slept in 426 last night.
Yeah,
Really?
literally, she had. She's like, she goes.
426.
She was here.
Staying in room 426.
She goes, here's your key card, Troy.
Here's the hot rod. It's wild. It's really wild. It's titled as a 77 Ford Bronco. It was started by Van Tumblin of Tumblin Automotive. He was on Motorhead Garage with it, the TV show. They installed the power steering system on the TV show, but he was the one who started it. And then Chris Ryan of Ryan's Rod and Customs, he did all the body work.
Okay.
When I said that it went from supposed to be a rock crawler kind of, street truck,
Right.
it went from that to a street rod. So Chris Ryan is known for his Riddler kind of cars, where he builds, low and slow, chopped top, shaved everything. And the chassis builder was doing a rock crawler. And so when the customer got finally everybody together, he was like, I'm pulling it, I can't do this anymore. And I was kind of lead of where everybody was going in between.
Gotcha.
There were many hours put into metalwork on this thing.
It looks like it.
It's got mostly custom floors, 90% sand done, hand bead rolled, hand folded. It's got all kinds of crazy body work done to it. So, door poppers, the hinges are flipped. So, I'll show you on this side. This side's easy to get to. Same with that side. But there's, electric door locks on both sides. And the hinges were flipped, and they were pinned, and so they were made to be on the inside of the door.
Yeah, because normally you see the end of the hinge.
Yeah.
Same with the handles and the lock and everything. That was one big thing. All of the pinch welds along the bottom were removed. The body was made into one piece instead of the pinch weld, so it's totally flat and smooth like the top is on the bottom. There's no pillars or posts for the windows, so it was made into a roadster.
True. I didn't even catch that. The fact that it should have the glass there.
There's no glass. There's no channel. There's nothing like that. Windshield's been modified. No, there's a hinge kit that goes to it. That's what these are for. There's a stop and a bracket and stuff that holds it. The windshield was never totally finished, so we were in the process of doing a wiper flip. So wipers came from the top side on the original Broncos, moving to the bottom.
Okay.
It's got all metal fender flares, so these didn't come with fender flares on the front, but they're all metal.
I like that. I like the flares. I think that's cool.
The hood is mostly metal, but it's also some fiberglass, but it's 90% metal.
Jesus. I couldn't even imagine driving this thing out.
They're so
This is
they're
so
so
much-
scary with supercharged coyotes.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
not enough vehicle for so much motor.
My specialty is coyote motors. I've got a 1500 wheel horsepower Boss 302
Wow.
twin turbo Mustang. It's pretty nuts. It's nitrous assisted. So that's kind of the direction we went. Customer was not interested in the 525 horsepower motor that we put in it first. It was a Gen 2 Illuminator with a Magnuson supercharger.
Yeah.
And so we went to the 625 horsepower Roush crate motor. That was the next step because this motor can be dialed up to 1,000 horsepower pretty easily.
Is that 265?
The blower?
Yeah.
Yep. It's got a lot of custom everything on the engine compartment. The fender wells were done. Basically, the whole firewall was done.
Frame is crazy.
The frame is super crazy, so that's where it's really shines.
Yeah.
I think.
And the crazy ass shock.
Yeah, so those are ORI air shocks. They're a gas nitrogen filled shock. They're also a bump stop. They're also everything.
Yeah.
They're the suspension of the truck. Each one of those were pretty pricey. The grill's original to the truck. That's the original grill. So is the dashboard. It's just been modified a little bit. The tube chassis, it's nuts. So it's a double frame rail, tube chassis, twin tube, all the way back, completely brand new. It was hand built in shop for, I think it was like 40 to 50 inches of flex. There was a couple of times when the videos with the shocks lifted up, the truck is 5 feet in the air.
That's what he was saying at lunch.
Yeah, so I've got some pictures of it if you'd like to see it. I've also got a complete build sheet basically. It's got Rock 9s, Rock Assault 9, front and rear, high pinion 9-inch custom fabricated axles by Curry. They were really nuts when we did them. There's only a little bit higher level of axle now, because again, this was started in 2014.
14.
So in 2016 was when Van had it, and he had the Gen 2 Illuminator with the Magnuson supercharger, and that didn't make enough power. And then here's them doing the build on Motorhead Garage on the TV show, and still has the Gen 2 with the Magnuson. That's those guys on the set, the show. Here's the truck driving down the road
With the other motor.
with the other motor.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, you
Obviously,
can
well
see,
before the body was done.
Yeah, so all the
That's
body work
scary.
was done a
Yeah.
little later, but you can see the thing just, it picks up and you can see it torques.
Jesus.
It's serious. It's serious. And then after that, I took the truck. I've got some good photos of the build along the way. So here's the flex picture I was talking about.
Yeah, he had sent. I think you sent me that,
Yeah,
huh?
I did.
And
Yeah.
that was before the body work was finished.
Right.
Yeah.
Still has some plastic fender flares on the back, but most of the interior of the engine compartment was done. So here's the truck before it was body worked by Chris. And then there's a couple other crazy things to it. There it is afterwards when I got my hands on it and swapped the motor.
And then he just gave up on the deal. He
Yeah,
just-
well, so I've built, over the last 5 years, I've probably built him 15 cars.
Okay.
All kinds of various cars too. So the 2019 GMC he daily drives, put a Whipple supercharger on it, big brakes, all that stuff. He's got a 2020 Bronco. We did the whole Max Lighter, everything from their catalog to it. He's got a 70 FJ40 Land Cruiser that we just finished up. It's got a 383 small block. It's fuel injected. It's got 4L60E transmission. It's an aluminum body. It's a really crazy truck. It was originally started by Profits Cruisers, and they do, crazy work. They were in the Toyo Tires booth this year at Overland Expo.
Gotcha.
They're big time SEMA show kind
Right.
of guys. I redid that one for him. Put the 4L60E in it. Put the ARB air lockers in the diffs, put big brakes on the front, repainted a lot of stuff, did some of the floor work. Just like finished the truck, we rewired the whole thing, all kinds of stuff like that. That's only 3 of them. I built them a CJ5 with a 6.0 liter Whipple LS engine in it.
He just likes to build shit.
Yeah, it made like 500 wheel horsepower, and it had a custom roll cage, kind of like what we were doing with this, but it had 11 speakers to be more like a Harley. It had like 2 subwoofers, one under the seat. It was really blingy. It was really cool. There was a couple other trucks that we've done for him.
So does he just keep them once he gets them done, or
no?
He sells them.
He sells them and moves on to the next project.
He likes the process.
Yeah, right now we're doing an Ineos Grenadier. Have you seen one of those yet?
Mm-hmm.
So
you have?
They're French. So I was the first guy to build one, first one to tune one, and then now I'm gonna be the first guy to unlock the ECU. It's a 2024 BMW engine, same out of like Toyota Supras. So our goal is like 1,000-ish horsepower at the motor. Right now we're at 450 to the wheels. It's crazy. It's lifted on 35s. We were featured at like the Denver Auto Show, Overland Expo, and then Burger Tuning did a lot of the ECU hacking for us. So we did like a big tour from here to California and back, showing off the Grenadier earlier this year.
Awesome.
That's what he's all about.
Yeah, that's
he
cool.
just got burnt out on this thing.
He got burnt out on this thing because
it was 2 different directions.
It was 2 different directions.
Yeah.
And I pitched him a couple of different ways how to build it, and how to finish it. And all of the options were more money than he wanted to spend. And nobody else really wanted to take on the project for like less than what I would do, just because of our relationship over the last 6 years.
Right.
I think it should be split. So I think this should go on a different chassis and have more of like a roadster feel. Something that's not a rock crawler 35s and the axles going through the body and stuff.
Especially with that motor.
Exactly, and then the frame would be perfect setting for like a Dearborn or some body. Just buy another Bronco body and put that on it with a regular 302, or you could even go back to Coyote, but I would do a normally aspirated one.
Yeah.
The transmission, transfer case, the rear end, and all that stuff would stay, in my opinion, because then you can go just straight from body to frame, motor, tranny, and build the truck as like even a 2-wheel drive truck for the roadster kind of look,
Gotcha.
Or go the other direction with the rock crawler and make that into, you could fit 40-inch tires on this thing and not hurt anything.
Right.
The chassis is really where all of the time and the effort was spent, other than the crazy body work.
Right.
It's nuts. There's hydro assist steering. It's a 4-link front and rear, Johnny joints, custom tubes. It's out there. Custom shock towers. The shock towers go all the way up into the fenders. The rear cantilever suspension is nuts. It comes up through the body on full compression. It's a work of art, in my opinion.
That's awesome.
It's super close to being running and driving the way it is, though. Also.
Yeah. So either taking it backwards or
exactly
or finishing it not exactly how it.
That's where
the dream.
The conversation was because any way you kind of shake a stick out, you're spending a fortune to finish it.
Yeah, of course.
But
But you also have a fortune
yes.
already,
Yes.
and from what we had been told, it's pretty reasonably priced.
I think so.
So tell the audience, if somebody out there, because I don't think this would be in line with something that we would take on. It's just more than, like, for all those reasons that you just said.
Yeah.
But there's definitely somebody out there
I think so.
that would
I think
want
so.
this truck. And so as it sits right here, is there other parts?
No, this is
This is
everything.
it.
This
Okay.
is everything.
So what would somebody need to reach out to you and to purchase this? What would we be talking?
50 grand.
Okay, 50 grand, guys.
50 grand.
So 50 grand buys
It's got a
it.
$35,000 motor in it, right?
Motor's worth 35 grand.
Yeah.
The motor's 35 grand.
Then all the custom stuff, and those are the coolest flares I think I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
the body's
Jeez.
neat, man.
Do you see the back? So the
We'll
back.
take a look at it more, but we're gonna leave the phone number down below. If you're interested in this truck, reach out to them and he will, you know, be happy to load it up on a trailer and send it on its way.
No filler necks, no
So-
gas door, no on either side. The
Yeah.
back's totally shaved. There's no swing out tire carrier.
Yep.
The back is on a motor. So
I was
it's
looking at
tailgate-
that. I was wondering what that was.
tailgate
Okay.
comes down on the motor. That's all functioning and working. And then
Oh shit! Look at that.
There's the filler neck.
Yeah.
Very
Do that
cool.
again.
filler neck in the back. So you got
It's just a lot of cool custom stuff that's
Yep.
very expensive.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you have to actually do it.
Axles.
time
I mean,
Yeah.
to buy one of these would cost you 20 grand as a
Yep.
project.
Yep.
And then
On
you
their
have
own.
$35,000 in the motor.
In the
You're
motor.
at 55 right there.
Yep. Yep.
And you
Hey.
haven't even done one bit
Ain't
of
even
custom
anything
touch.
else.
The rest of
Nothing.
it.
Yeah.
Any
The
of
frame, the axles, the whole deal.
It's got a Raptor.
So for the right guy, this is a freaking deal.
Smoking down.
Yep.
This is a freaking deal. So, I mean, it still needs a lot. We know that. But at the end of the day, somebody could make their
It's
a dream.
vintage air.
truck out of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, it's got vintage air. It's got Dakota digital stuff.
All the dash is
gauges.
all done. It's just
Oh, I
laid
didn't.
in
That
there.
was what I was going to ask you. Oh, there's the dash. Okay,
Yep.
so the dash
Dash
is
is
right
here.
there.
It's all done with
The
Dakota
VIN
and
and
Vince.
everything is still
Yep.
on the original door that hasn't been painted.
Yep, that's what you need.
Dumbest thing Ford ever did.
Right. It's got a Raptor 6R80 and it's got a Atlas 2 transfer case. So it's got twin sticks. So you've got two different 4x4 gears. It's a doubler essentially. It needs a lot of finishing though.
Yeah, but a guy that is wanting to build something like this, you're years ahead
Yep.
than starting with a rusted, because most of these were rusted out.
Exactly. That's
Okay?
why we did the
So
Fords.
starting out with a rusted one and doing all that just to make it original.
Yep.
So for
Yep.
the right guy, this is a great deal with all the things that have been customized.
Yep. I agree.
I mean, even that, you know, the master cylinders and stuff like that
Yep.
being on the inside. 'Cause
Yep.
that wouldn't normally be there, right? It'd be on
No,
the
none of
outside.
that. Yeah, it's all
that's
on the
all
outside.
been brought in.
Yep. Underneath
So
the
that's not
cowling.
ugly underneath, and so that other stuff fits.
Yeah.
Exactly, and it shines too.
Right.
You know, you have all of that shaved and everything under the dash, and it really makes the motor pop.
Yeah. No, for the right guy, this is stellar.
Yeah.
A stellar project for them. It's just with what we got going on and the kind of builds that we do, it's not that we don't do any resto mods, but we're mostly like more of original facing. But you know, like I said, light resto mods.
Yeah.
And we'll do some, you know, new gen type stuff, but generally speaking, not this custom
Yeah.
into the body and
Yep.
that kind of stuff. But
Yep.
but at the end of the day, we love to help. You
Yeah,
know,
where we
put
can.
put a car into somebody else's hands that'll
Yeah.
get this thing finished and out of a storage unit.
Exactly. Out
You
of
know?
a dark, dingy storage unit, getting dusty.
At least it's in a storage unit, because
Right.
I've seen people get to this far and leave it out on the side of their house thinking it's going to be okay, and it's not. You know.
Yeah, there's a little bit of surface rust, but other than that.
Yeah, but anybody that's going to build this, taking all that apart anyway,
Exactly.
blasting stuff, and then having it powder coated and then put it
Exactly.
back.
Exactly.
So this is nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, you
Nope.
know. I mean, other than the work that it takes to blast it off.
Right.
So.
Right.
Well, cool. Okay, anybody interested? 50 grand, buys it.
Mr. Aaron.
We'll put his number
That's-
down below.
That's out of Denver,
240
Colorado.
Motorsports.
240 Motorsports.
240 Motorsports, and we'll put the phone number down below. So, awesome. Thank you, buddy.
Very much, Roy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you showing it to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
What do
you.
you think? I mean,
It's
I think
badass.
yeah,
it's
sick.
so cool.
Sick.
if it was done, it'd probably be one of the best ones out there, right?
I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars going across Barrett.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
just that
agree.
somebody they have to love it enough to. This is a lot. It's still a lot to finish.
It's a lot.
You know, but it's a lot to get it here.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
Super cool. I like it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you showing it to us.
See you,
See you,
Randy.
Tony.